Okay, we've got it placed on the third arm. There's our connection joint right there, and we're going to throw just a little bit of a weld on that. Little flux once more. Little solder. Bring that torch right in there where it heats everything up real nice. Put just a little bit of solder on each little joint. A little bit more. There we go. That ought to do the trick. Back to the water. And back to the bench. Alright, let's put it back on the mandrel. Notice how it's not exactly round anymore, and we didn't really care about that because once we put it back on the mandrel, we can get it round. And one way to do that, let's go ahead and sit down because I need to do that on a regular basis. And you can see how it's kind of out around, but kind of whack it with the hammer a little bit. And it'll make it round. Nice. Looking good. Can you see it? Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? Okay, now a little bit more work with the hammer because we're trying to smash the silver so that it spreads out a little bit. I think that ought to do the trick. How does that look? I'd say it looks pretty good. Can you see it? Alright, let's put it on a macro lens. There we go. Now we got a little bit of flux and stuff up in here, and we're going to have to go ahead and put that on the put that in the acid for a while. Did you see that? This is that area where it kind of got knotted up kind of weird. So it really came out sweet, didn't it? Like, in a sense, I wish that would have been up on top. But it's okay. And you can see this kind of really interesting, nice pattern that's formed. So, now let's take it over, and we're just going to polish one little part of it just to show you what it'll look like polished. And then we'll put it in the acid. We'll come back tomorrow and do a full polish and get it all cleaned up. Okay, there's our polishing rag, as they call it. Let's get this over so we can see it. I'm going to get a good thing out of that. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. Now let's just hit it just a little bit. Back to the macro, I'd say. Alright, so here's what it looked like. Kind of dirty and mucked up. And now we bring it around to this side, and you can see that there it is polished. I don't know, can you see it? Yeah, there we go. go ahead and put it in the acid, and we will wait for overnight, and we'll come back to it and finish off the interior and polish up the whole ring, and we'll have a done ring. And the acid is that big bucket right there. We just drop it in, and we're ready to go. Okay, the ring has been sitting for 24 hours. It should be well pickled at this point. And what do we got here? Yep, we got a ring that's pickled. There we go. You can see that all the fluxes are off of it. There's that little odd twist that happened in the remember, it was kind of an odd little twist there, and that's going to look really nice. So let's take it to the buffer, and we're going to just take this thing to a polish and see what we can do. Okay, we got the ring down here at the buffer. This is going to look good. We're going to turn the buffer on, and we can stand here and just crank on this ring and burn our fingers about 100 times. But over the years I learned how to do it where you don't burn your fingers. That's actually kind of a better thing. So I just put it on a mandrel and just slam it against the buffer. You can see that polish coming out. Turn it over to the other side. And now it's pretty hot, but it's got a good polish on it. That didn't take much either. Got a little bit of just kind of fine-tuning work to do. And then let's do the inside, and we got ourselves a ring. Take off the buffer, and we're going to put on a ring inside buffer. The ring on there. Hey, you got to get that thing on there first. And then just kind of roll the ring around. You can see me rolling it until it buffs the interior. Turn it around, do it the other way, just so it catches other areas, other angles. And I'd say we got ourselves a ring. Okay, and we've got a perfectly polished ring. There's that little twist that I talked about earlier, and it looks pretty good. And what size we got? We probably got about a size, oh, I don't know, 7 or something like that. Nice little silver ring. Dirty hands, but that's, you know, those are jeweler hands right there. So let's bring the camera up. Alright, well that was a pretty easy project, very simple, and I'll tell you, I made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these rings over the 35 years that I was selling jewelry at craft shows and things like that. And this one was for Lily B. And Lily, why don't you come over to the shop and let's make a ring for you. It'll be a cool one. Maybe you can make one for your mom. What do you think? Not a bad idea? Okay. This is Nick Collier. Adios.